In northeast Georgia, a town called Dahlonega is home to the Chestatee River. Cane Creek Falls is a moment in the Chestatee River. The word Chestatee is a Cherokee word meaning roughly Pine Torch Place or a place of lights, because the Etowah and Cherokee Indians lived along these riverbanks and used bonfires to light their torches. They would then use these torches for hunting deer and other wild game in the forest. The game found in the Chestatee River are rainbow and brown trout, as well as spotted red-eyed bass, which was good eating for the Etowahs and Cherokees.
Many a road, you know.
However, when the population of Georgia got too big in the early 1800s, the United States Congress passed the Indian Removal Act in 1830, resulting in the death of 4,000 Cherokee as they traversed the Trail of Tears. The land lay untouched for almost a century. In 1925, Reverend Fred Glisson went on a trip to the mountains in search of a place to start a youth camp. During his trip to the mountains, he discovered Cane Creek Falls. At the time, the falls had a huge water wheel as they were owned by the Georgia Power Company and provided the first hydroelectric power source to the city of Dahlonega, Georgia. Although the Georgia Power Company swore they would never sell the falls, after many attempts, they sold for $1,500 to Fred Glisson for his camp. Today, the value of the falls cannot be estimated in financial terms or in meaning to every camper of Camp Glisson, the Camp Fred Glisson, established around Cane Creek Falls. A former camper and friend of mine, Jess Cusick, talks about the waterfall. The taste of earthly humid air arrives before its scent, like a heavy rainstorm, and welcomes me home even before I gaze at the ever-changing and somehow ever-consistent embrace of the waterfalls at camp. The summer before 5th grade, when I was 10, I played in Cane Creek Falls for the first time. The 14 members of our co-ed group at camp dressed up like princesses and warriors to hike upstream to the falls. Along the hike, we splashed each other with the shallow yet brisk water, played games where we'd have to sit down and get soaked, as well as go down a tiny natural rock slide. Each summer, the campers at Camp Glisson gave the sounds of the running waters the company of laughter, as well as deposits of laundry detergent from the costumes that we wore when we hiked up the streams. But what the waterfalls gave to the campers was much more than just a drop of joy or a splash of refreshment. It taught us that God is limitless, as we played in a church without walls. My time at Camp Glisson taught me how to see God everywhere. We learned about His powerful love as the speaker put the Bible into terms that we could understand. And as we sat by the waterfall, undistracted by the rest of our lives, I sighted a friendship with Jesus. This friendship that started at camp grew until one summer, 2 years ago, I got baptized in Cane Creek Falls. Giving my entire life to be trusted in God's hands is still something I'm working towards, but I have experienced the transforming love of God. I've never known such consistent love that brings such honest joy. I want everyone to know Him, to know this joy. The Cherokees named the Chestatee River the place of lights. The meaning has bloomed to a place of worship of the light of the world, who spoke the waters into existence.
Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent away.